there's not enough work that has been done to address anti-blackness, anti-indigeneity, um, within archival spaces.
So I would love to see somewhere where there's an intersection of people caring about black LGBT people, not just while we're alive, but also when we're archived away. My name is Wit Lopez. My pronouns are they, them. What do I do? I'm an artist, an arts administrator, a cultural advocate. I do a lot of project management work in the arts around the city, a lot of volunteering, and I'm also the artistic director of a small grassroots organization called Till Arts Project, which serves LGBT plus artists in the greater Philadelphia area. The majority of resources in most archival spaces in the United States, unless they are particularly for a marginalized group, tend to go towards white, cisgender, heterosexual people. The research that I've been doing kind of spans like the ways that black LGBT creatives are using their creative work as a tool of resistance against oppression. What I'm looking for in particular is work that pertains to black LGBT creatives who were either born in Philadelphia, worked in Philadelphia at some point, or at some point had their work come to Philadelphia at some like for something. Alan Locke, who is considered like the dean of the Harlem Renaissance or the father of the Harlem Renaissance, he was born here, but obviously like if he's doing the Harlem Renaissance, like he's up in New York, right? But he was born here, so he's from here. He's from Philadelphia. A lot of things about him. There are articles that have been written about him, and there's even a new street marker that exists about him, a historic street marker. And these things don't mention that he was a member of the LGBTQ community, but for those of us who know that, we know that, or we've seen it, or we've researched it, but it isn't present. When you find that the black people's lives exist at the intersection of LGBTQ plus identity, then it gets even more sticky because then it's further not properly archived. It's further not properly labeled. So it's like you have to sometimes scrounge through things to figure out if somebody was a member of the LGBT community, if they're a black person, because the things that are labeled as black people are already not properly labeled, and some of them certainly aren't labeled as LGBTQ.
The the way that my activism is present within my research in this project is multifold. It's not just the way that I'm researching and the topic that I'm researching, but it's also the way that I'm using funding. It's also the people that I'm lifting up within my work, whose work I'm shining a light on. It's like, don't just look at me as like the poster child of Black LGBT cuties, like don't just like, don't look at me. Look at this person and that person and that person and this part, look at all these other folks who make this work possible, and all these other folks who are also lifting up people in the city.